Welcome back. This is Nick Tasteless Blotted. With me is Daniel Super Daniel Lee. We're here at the World Cyber Games 2008, and I got to say, it has been fantastic so far. Some very quick games by some very dominant Koreans here, but great games nonetheless. We're here in Cologne, Germany right now. Daniel, how does it feel to be in Game 2 already?
Well, you know, I don't know. I'm feeling great, Nick. What can I say? Stork, he's like a firm mountain. That won't budge or move. And Draco, you know, he was in Korea for a few, actually more than a few months. He's been in Korea for about 8 months, hasn't he?
I believe so.
Just have too many dishes to wash, I guess. He just got fed up with it. But I mean, on a serious note, he tried very hard, but because of the cultural differences and the barriers, the language barriers, just not able to cope very well with that. And I did have a conversation with him today, and he was talking to me about how he would like to return to Korea if given the chance.
Wow. Yeah, you know, it's always an honor to go down to Korea, but it is a bit of a culture shock, you know, living with all those pro gamers, all the different Korean mannerisms, knowing that if you're a lower level gamer on the team, you have to do the dishes, you know, clean the bathrooms, clean the toilets and stuff like that. It's quite a shock, but Draco's quite a talented player nonetheless, easily the best player in Poland. And this face looks familiar. Tell me about Stork.
Right, as I was saying, he's like a firm, you know, big mountain that won't move. He's been a very solid player for a long time, but got a little bit unlucky at the finals. He's used to the big stages, always play second, but recently he just took the OSL title. So, I mean, he's got everything going for him right now. He's in a very good condition. I can say nothing negative about him.
Yeah, it blew my mind when he finally won a Star League. And as you can see there, yeah, he's going to tear this up, hopefully. Today, he's got a lot of fans down here, but Draco's going to do everything in his power to make that impossible. I think we're going to get the map up here in just a little bit. Again, Stork, one of these guys that's just known for his impeccable build orders.
I wonder who that is.
Yeah. And here's a shot of the map. And I think, what's it going to be this time? The map of choice is going to be Ride of Valkyries. Now, for those of you who are confused about how we get the maps, each player gets to eliminate one, and then we randomly choose the last one. So this is what we've got. Daniel Lee, what do we need to know about the map Ride of Valkyries?
Well, first of all, it's a two-player map, and Protoss versus Protoss on this map, you can expect to see some great power fights, but it's very important to establish a position on the middle of the map, of course, which is the highest point in the map. There are 3 layers on the map: low, middle, and the high. And you do not want to fight somebody when you're at the very top, or when you're at the very low against someone at the very top. That'll be like swimming against the current.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't want to do that. Well, it's going to happen pretty soon here. We're back, and I did manage to get owned by that graphic back there, just like I sometimes do at the GumTV Classic. By the way, if you want to see any more of my cast, check them out at www.gumtv.net. And Daniel, where can we find your stuff?
On my stuff? On scpro.com.
Check it out.
scpro.com.
scpro.com.
Yeah.
GumTV.net. Nothing like some shameless plugging. No way. Here is Protoss player against Protoss player, Polish against Korean, Draco against Stork. It's going to be tough for Draco. He is the underdog here, but Stork, you know, anything can happen at these games here. I've casted upsets before. Maybe we'll see one now. We're going to find out in a minute here. The games are going to commence any second. Both players confirming that they're ready.
They're having a very friendly chat on the internet on the room right now.
Yeah, and in the game room, both of them speaking a little bit of Korean to each other before they attempt to eliminate each other from the largest gaming tournament in the world here, the World Cyber Games in Cologne, Germany.
Draco speaks decent Korean. Didn't know that.
The games have begun. Here is a shot of Draco over here at the bottom right. And Stork is going to be at the bottom left, obviously.
Wow, he looks like a warrior in that booth. You see the face?
Yeah, that was the face of a killer.
Yeah, and
Now,
look
that
at
face
him.
looks pretty relaxed.
Yeah, relaxed and like a gentleman. Like a very passive person.
He looks very casual when he plays.
Oh, he does, but he's not the way he plays.
Yeah, he plays in a terrifying manner. Always able to get ahead in the early game. You know, in all honesty, you know, I still play StarCraft competitively on the side when I'm not casting, and the one player I study the most is Stork.
Well, he's the best person to study
Oh yeah,
and
easily.
analyze. He recommends all kinds of builds to all product users, and they all respect what he says.
I think he's just brilliant. And Draco knows that, so I'm curious as to how Draco's going to play this game out.
You know, the one thing, I mean, he didn't become good just by, you know, accident.
Yeah.
He practices and he puts that much effort into it, and that's what makes him great. You know, he practices after the practice hours even.
Yeah, he just does not stop. This man is so driven.
Of course, the repetition is the key to success in StarCraft. You know, redundancy of it all is very important in practice. Over and over again, doing the same build against different builds, just constantly.
Yeah, he has to keep doing that. The metagame of StarCraft always shifting, so you always have to identify new openers that you can utilize to defeat the more common ones. It does indeed appear as though Stork is going to scout earlier than Draco. That may mean that, oh, there's a shot of luxury, by the way, our other Korean player. We saw him dominate a few minutes ago, actually. I think we may see Draco go fast gas and then tech right to Dragoons since he's scouting so late.
Yeah, under normal circumstances, Korean players don't send out the scouts that early on, but when you play against a weaker person, they want to hurry up and see what they're doing, and they think that they can pull it off by sending out the early probe. So I think he's underestimating just a little bit.
Yeah, he definitely wants to get a good idea of what his opponent's doing. Looks like we may see a Zealot first here due to that second pylon.
I think also it was a little bit apprehensive about Draco doing something unorthodox, so wants to hurry up and check that out as well. So he wanted to be safe and hurry up and find out.
Yeah, he wanted to check for any proxy gates as well. You know, on one-on-one maps, that's always a possibility.
You know, it's always a possibility of playing against a foreigner that they will do something a little bit strange.
Yes.
To come on top, because, you know, of course, the skill level is very, well, there's a big gap in between.
There's quite a big gap.
Yeah.
It's quite visible, yeah. And, you know, with that being said, sometimes the foreigners try to throw the Koreans off by doing something so out of the ordinary because some of these Koreans become victims. In a sense, they end up as robots because they just play the same style so much that they non-Koreans will try to throw them off. It doesn't appear, though, that Draco's interested in doing that.
Okay, got the Fel Cybernetics up. He's going to come up with the Fel Dragoon. You know, I think he's going to do a Fel Reaver.
It's always a possibility. Fast Reaver wouldn't hurt on this map. It is certainly one of those things. Oh, nice. TeamLiquid.net. A lot of guys from TeamLiquid.net down here. The Dragoon range, please. A long time ago, Stork forgot Dragoon range in a very significant game, and since then the fans have teased him. Oh my God,
that
he
was
lost the
terrible.
probe.
You do not want to lose a probe like that. You want to see the next tech.
Oh,
and
that
he
was
just saw the Cybernetics
disastrous.
core. Yeah, it was a disaster.
I wasn't even expecting it. That caught me off guard there.
Now look at Stork's probe. He's been around there for the longest time. He got there a lot sooner and he's still there, live and well.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of keeping that probe alive. Here comes the Dragoon, though. Stork is probably not going to see the tech if he loses the probe, and he will indeed do that. Draco's smart enough to know that, hey, I can't reveal my tech until, well, I should never reveal my tech. I should say I can't actually tech what I want to until the probe is dead. I don't want him to see what I'm doing. So they're actually playing quite similar so far.
Now, this is when the attention gets really, really intense,
Yes,
you know?
Yeah, it builds up.
There goes the robotics, okay? Now, what is Draco going to do?
Robotics.
Okay. So I think we can both expect for them to do something very similar. Oh, exact same unit amounts right now.
Yeah, actually exact same food amounts here on our unit counter at the bottom right. So really showing us that
okay, two gateways.
In the same build.
Yeah. So they want to play pretty much safe.
We may see, though, there's always a possibility we may see a fast Reaver push.
Yeah, Reaver push, or to be more safe, you know, observatory. But,
yeah.
But that could delay the timing a little bit. But I think, you know, the safest way of playing is, of course, is coming up with the observatory and make an observer.
Yeah, that's always the safest way. Sometimes we see these Protoss players who will just go, look, all right, I know my opponent plays safe. I'm going to skip observers, go straight to Dragoon Reaver.
Of course, he is famous for his Reaver control, Michael. He's got one of the best Reaver controls in Korea.
Oh, yeah.
His Reavers, they don't die.
They don't die. They do backflips back into the shuttles every time. They never get hit. And I got to say, I'm actually surprised both players are pretty much okay. There is the observatory. I didn't spot that. Excuse me. Although it does indeed look like we're pretty much going to be seeing the same game here.
Same game, but a little bit late from Draco.
Yeah.
Everything's a little bit faster from Stork's side.
In case you're wondering why the shuttle is moved over the robotics support bay, that's because he doesn't want to let him see either the support bay or the shuttle. So if he hides them both there, it's a pretty hard spot to locate.
Now, by the time Observer reaches the other side, I think Stork will have the Reaver and the shuttle. And once he sees the unit size, he will go for the pressing him early on.
I think so.
Yeah, I think he's going to initiate contact first.
And I think one thing to bear in mind, though, is that there is the inevitability of a Reaver push here. And there's this is a checklist here for Stork right now. That fan wants him to win this event. Of course, Stork, if you aren't familiar with the World Cyber Games, won this event last year.
Okay, there he goes, the Observer. Okay, now what's his timing?
He spots it. This could be bad news. Stork is immediately going to start preparing for that. Draco Mace, man, that is a stone cold killer face. He is definitely going to be aware that this push is going to be coming very soon here.
But Draco should be able to see the blur, and he's going to have to make a decision. Do I go on with it? Oh, okay, he is establishing a position right there.
Oh, God.
I don't think it's a good idea for him to go for the main base, which is Reaver right now. Against a pro gamer in Korea, you never do that. If you get discovered, don't do it. Don't go through with it. Change your build. Change your plan.
But the thing is that he's so behind now. His Nexus is going to be so late. He's almost doomed to do that, and it looks like he's moving out now.
He better, but he's not. With his Reaver, he's going to need that when he fights, when he initiates contact, or maybe he's trying to cause a diversion and go for the Reaver harassment in the main base. But where's the Reaver?
I think he's going to be moving out pretty soon here. There it is, second Reaver out.
Too late. You waiting for two Reavers?
He's got two Reavers here.
Okay, but he shouldn't have initiated contact until he had two Reavers.
Yeah, I question that decision here. Now, this is going to be tough for Stork because two Reavers against one Reaver, and bear in mind the two Reavers, well, now two over here, but I don't know if it's going to get there in time. Bear in mind, though, Draco does have the shuttle.
Oh, he's going to go for the hit.
He's going to go for the hit.
And wanting to get the splash damage, but Draco pulled back. Oh, this is
a huge moment here.
Oh, killed it.
Here we go.
Oh, the one was too late right behind.
Picks it up and saves it, but he's got to control pretty well here. Nice control so far, but bear in mind, he does have the shield battery now. Stork looking pretty good.
Killed the shuttle.
No. Oh, man, that's it.
Good effort by Draco, but just hit him. Wasn't strong enough.
It just was not strong enough, unfortunately. And you can just see here, now Stork has this huge economic advantage. I don't know. Okay, Draco's going to try to play it out while against the ropes. I don't know. What do you think, Daniel?
Well, I mean, he's going to have to do everything he can to buy time for his extensions to be up and running.
Yeah, I think so.
But I don't think Stork's going to give him that much time. Once he realizes that he's going to have more units, or he will be having more units, he's going to move on with it and try to cream him, roam him over.
Yeah, smash him. Well,
I'm surprised that Stork did not initiate contact. I thought he'd be the first person to do that, because he does underestimate foreigners.
Yeah.
And we all know Koreans do that.
Yeah.
But he wanted to be safe, and
Well, it's a big honor to win the WCG twice.
Well, you are representing your country, yeah. So I think he's very
he just wants
cautious.
to play it very safe, yeah.
Right.
I've seen Koreans get cocky and do some silly build orders and then throw the game away, and you never want that to happen.
3 Reavers.
3 Reavers on the map now. And with that being said, okay, I see exactly what's going to go on here. We're going to get 2 shuttles next, and Stork is going to do a counter push. I don't know if Draco's going to be prepared.
Only thing Draco can do is be defensive. That's all he can do. There's nothing else he can do. Try to hold on, have a good defense line, and perhaps when the high-tech units such as High Templars surfaces, try to go for the probe kills and try to catch up.
Did Draco just box his Reaver in with the pylon? That's a little embarrassing. And that's going to be really bad for him. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
The
Did you
Reaver,
do that?
the Reaver in the main base for Draco is boxed in.
That's a trouble mistake right there. You
That's a
shouldn't have done
trouble.
that.
The problem is, normally it wouldn't matter, but he doesn't have a shuttle. Okay, he has a shuttle now. Thank God. Things are not going well for Draco. I don't know what to expect here.
Well, Stork, he doesn't need to do anything haste because he can just relax and hold his ground and go for his another expansion and wait for Draco to get impatient and try to bust out of the base. And when he does, he can just overwhelm him with his units and pretty much game's over. But he wants to hit them.
Nice shot there. Nice micro here by both players. Stork has to be very careful with those Reavers.
You should re-energize before you fight again.
I think he might need to get that second shuttle out so he can bring the rest of the Reavers.
This pretty much holds him into his own base. He cannot move out with his shuttle, go for the guerrilla war tactics.
He doesn't even have control of the high ground right now.
Yeah, he doesn't have the high ground. And
we're on camera.
We're on camera. I didn't know that. As soon as Draco's shuttle moves out of the base, he's gonna go. Because he knows he doesn't have the Reavers.
Yeah. Well, here comes what I think might be the killing blow here. What do you think, Daniel?
Yeah, I think so. You got 2 shuttles and 4 Reavers, all those Dragons backing it up. This pretty much is the final move by Stork.
The pressure here is so high. This game is about to explode. Oh, man, here it comes. Take it, Daniel. Now, there's so many units.
I can't see the Draco's Reaver. Where is it?
It's somewhere down there at the bottom.
Behind the gap.
It's hiding from Stork's scary army, I think.
But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That's it. He just is getting steamrolled here. There's a shot of Draco witnessing his own death. This is pretty brutal here. That's it. It's physically impossible to recover right now.
Well, the move the Draco player made when he initiated contact. Oh, well,
there is action going on in here.
Well, it doesn't make any difference. He can kill all the bulls and Stork can still win. It doesn't matter. But he's doing what he can. That Reaver should have been here actually to defend. Not to be, over there fighting.
Yeah, I think so. And unfortunately, there's just nothing now. As you can see, Stork's army is slowly carving a hole in this ramp. And oh God, oh man, I want to cover my eyes, but I have to cast this.
This is too bad. Draco should have not made the initial contact.
What is this Reaver doing? Is this Reaver just taking a nap? Okay, it's out. That's it. Unfortunately, Draco unable to take on Stork. Ever since the beginning, Stork was ahead. As I said before, this is a guy who wins just off build orders alone. And as you can see, one Reaver not going to be enough. Draco, I don't even know why he's still in the game. Pretty much it. As you can see, the rest of the Dragoons rampage up the ramp. As Stork's go-to fingers hit the D button over and over again in his base, making more Dragoons. This is just it. There it is. Good game. GG.
Draco made the wrong decision of attacking. He got a little bit impatient when he saw the expansion. And he wanted to get ahead by attacking and kill his units, but wasn't able to do that.
Yeah.
Look at Stork, looking very relaxed. Very cold. By looking at his face, you will never know who won.
Yeah. I hear a lot of people joke about that. Yeah, these guys are pretty good with the poker faces. There's some of the fans down there pretty happy to see Stork did well. Well, we're going to be winding it up here. I will be casting Warcraft 3 whenever that is scheduled, I believe in an hour or 2. So don't go anywhere. We got some more action here. Daniel Lee, thank you. It was a pleasure casting with you today. I look forward to it tomorrow.
Oh, sorry, Nick.
I think it's going to be excellent. Well, the players are going to sign off, but don't go anywhere. We got more action coming up here in just a little bit at the World Cyber Games in Cologne, Germany.